I'm Paul Drury, I'm a Fellow of the Society, and I'm in the green room at Kelmscott. This was a parlour from the time the house was built around 1600, and it was improved in the 1660s or 70s by the addition of this fireplace and by the addition of this small room behind me, which was, when it was added, a room. It was called a closet. It was at one stage we know used as a study, and it was a private inner space. And this house is important as a 17th century gentry house. There are many with similarities to it in Oxfordshire, Gloucestershire. What makes it really special is it is the house that inspired William Morris. When he lived here in the late 19th century, he was affected by the special qualities of the building, its place in the landscape. And it was he who personally, so we believe from documents, so we know from documents, it was he who personally painted this room green. Now, looking at the room now, it's not painted green, and it has changed incrementally over the 20th century through adaptation to a house, through conservation, intervention, and it therefore doesn't now look as Morris would have known it, how it inspired him. It certainly doesn't look like the room that owners in the 17th century would have recognised it. The main change has been taking out the partition here to make it a single room. But there are more subtle things, like the spine beam of the floor in front of me, now presented as an elm beam, stripped in the fashion of the 20th century, actually designed to be plastered from the beginning, and one can see the impressions of laths and how very rough the chamfer stops are at the ends, because this was merely the armature for the plaster finish. The floor was stone slabs, and then there were tiles when Morris arrived. He thought he put back stone slabs, later someone put down concrete. Now we have something called limecrete, which is lime concrete, marked out as if it were slabs, an entirely 20th century intervention. The issue for the Society now is how to bring to the fore the real aspects of significance in the room. So, for example, putting slabs back on the floor, reinstating the partition, whose position is very obvious, and undertaking paint research to understand the exact colour of green. There are spottles on the top of the mantelpiece which have survived at least. And there is also an overmantel designed by Philip Webb, a piece of panelling. One can see here where it was. It's in store. That should come back, and that too should inform the colour of the room. So that we should get back to the room in more of its appearance as it was shaped in the 17th century and as Morris experienced it in the 19th century and left his mark.